I'm Johanna, I'm Canadian, and I am a relationship and attachment style coach.
And I am Björn, I am from Germany, living in Cyprus, and I run a SaaS software company called Lead Hero.
4 years for me.
For me, it's kind of like hard to say. I think I started 6 to 8 years ago, but as a part-time nomad and a full-time nomad since 3 years. Well, for me, it has been my 5th nomad cruise, so I don't know if I have to add anything to that.
It was my first Nomad cruise, and it was better than I expected. I remember when I first started hearing about this cruise, I had doubts. I was like, oh, this is probably a really young crowd. It's just all about partying, and that was just not really the experience at all. There's such a diverse group of people on this boat with so much knowledge to share, whether it's business or life, and so I was very pleasantly surprised. Loved the experience.
Well, the party was there for sure, but we just didn't attend them all.
Okay, the party is still there, but it's not all about the party.
For me, there was Krista asked this as a question, what is your one word how to describe Nomad Cruise? And for me, what came up is class reunion, because as I said before, it's like my 5th Nomad Cruise, so I really love to come back and see all my friends that are usually traveling full time, but on the Nomad Cruise, they're all coming together. So it's just an awesome time spending together with friends.
For me, I think I love how generous this community is. So they're really there to share with you. We shared so many workshops, so many talks, but then everyone invited everyone in the audience to connect with them more, ask them questions. And so that generosity is super appreciated and really unique to our community, I feel like. Yeah, definitely. I went to Nomad Base before, which is a similar conference vibe, but the difference with being on the cruise is that everyone is really in this one contained area, and it really helps relationships develop deeper and faster, which is super incredible.
For me on the Nomad Cruise, as I said before, it's kind of like a class reunion, so I really connect with old friends, but obviously also want to meet new people. And for me, what I really realized on every Nomad Cruise, I'm picking about three friendships that really last and last very long. Actually, the longest one 6 years. And so same thing happened on this Nomad Cruise as well.
Freedom, generosity, openness, inclusiveness.
Yeah, I think openness, friendship, business, and travel is it for me. Well, that is actually a good question. Well, the last 4 years there was no Nomad Cruise, so all of us, including me, were kind of sad about that. But I was really happy when the next transatlantic cruise was announced, because, as I said before, I really was happy to see my friends in Bali and in other places, Kopangan, but not all of them coming together. So I was really looking forward to the Nomad Cruise experience again. When I first heard about Nomad Cruise, I was on a birthday party, and when I heard about this concept, I don't know, 8 years ago, I really remember how strong, like crazy goosebumps I got. And I applied next morning, and 10 days from that day on was the actual first Nomad Cruise. That was Nomad Cruise 3. And it changed my life in so many ways, because the biggest thing for me, for example, I think this is the reason why Johanna started it, is to have community wherever you go. And I remember in the beginning of this year, I went to Kopangan, and instantly I knew 20 people. Afterwards, I went to Bali, I knew another 15 people. So it's wherever you go around the world, you can fly, I don't know, 15,000 kilometers to the other side of the world, and all of a sudden you know 20, 30 people, which is just incredible. I think for me it is actually the space, the limited space of like getting 400, 500 nomads on a cruise ship where they're like constantly interacting. So this obviously is also intense, but this makes it so special. This is why so many friendships happen, because if you're in a town where everybody can like spread out and meet other friends, this is obviously also cool, but on the Nomad Cruise itself, it makes it more intense, and due to that, more connection happen.
The diversity within the program is super fun because you will get to learn about all the things you're interested in business and in personal development, but then you have the opportunity to go to these niche workshops and learn about things that maybe you wouldn't otherwise search for or consider because they're not topics that are in your awareness, or you just wouldn't spend your time during a work week studying this type of thing. So that was actually one of my favorite talks, was going to people that I wouldn't have necessarily looked into their industry, but starting to get a view into what it is behind the scenes. And you also are exposed to so many different online jobs when you attend this program, which will be super helpful in your nomad journey as well.
For me, it is that hearing interesting, knowledgeable business ideas or like business content from friends makes it stick on a different level. So if you first had like a drink or a coffee before, and then you attend their talk where you also connected on a personal level before, it makes it somehow special that it like sinks in more.
As a speaker on Nomad Cruise, I thought it was an incredible opportunity to expand my brand awareness, to get in front of an audience that I wouldn't normally be able to get in front of, and also to be able to share my topic from a beginner level again, because I had to consider that some people in the room don't know about attachment style, and so it really allows me to test my teaching skills, to test my speaking skills, to be on a stage, and to also, I think, elevate my authority in my space online because I have these speaking engagements on my resume.
For me, I changed my style of speaking. Usually I was that person that wanted to do like hard facts, but this time I changed it to, what did I change? I changed my speaking to storytelling, and that was so much fun, especially because I had the honor of doing the opening talk. It was just so special because so many people were there and listened to my story, and that was just so much fun. I absolutely loved it.
As far as business goes, I think Nomad Cruise has impacted my business in a couple different directions. One, connecting with new people, really expanding your audience, not necessarily to get clients from the people on the boat, but just getting their connections also, and being able to create relationships with people that will naturally turn into referrals.
I think for me, it is about growing your network. And because you first click on a personal level, then it's like way easier to reach out to your friends if you actually have a question to ask in business. And because there are so many amazingly skilled people on board, whenever you have a problem about anything in business, actually, you can reach out to someone, and that is really amazing.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm always amazed how many people can fit in a jacuzzi.